All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining us this evening. Once again, my name is Mario Delgadillo, one of the leaders here with the iProNetwork. Very excited to be on the webinar with you all this evening. Just very excited to be able to break this opportunity down and to help you to see the simplicity of our model, while at the same time finding out if this is something that might be a fit for you as the vehicle to get where you would like to get for you and your family. So without further ado, let's get into the information. As most of you know, we are experiencing a digital revolution. And really all that means is that technology is changing the way that we do business. And so while the economy is changing and we're seeing cell phones do things for business and in our personal life and take everything to the next level, there's still a group of people out there that are finding it difficult to find their place in this new and ever-changing economy. So with that being said, at the same time we have an economy that's changing, there are still those very same old things that people are worried about. They're worried about, their savings, retirement, their wages. Things are going backwards. People are struggling all over the world. And in fact, 64% of people are worried about their financial future. And see, ladies and gentlemen, this is why the iProNetwork was created. We were created with one purpose in mind: to prepare professional digital entrepreneurs. And the way we do that is by supporting people with education, tools, community, and even software to help them to be successful in this new economy. You see, gone are the days when someone could say, I'm just not good with computers. That's a very scary place to be. And so what we do is we help people to learn how to profit in three very successful, very booming industries. The first is e-commerce, the second is e-learning, and the third is e-currency trading. And so we're going to dive into those in just a second. But before we do, we like to talk about our superior leadership team. As many of you know, everything rises and falls with leadership. And here at the iProNetwork, that is the same. We have such an incredible global leadership team headed out by our president, Mr. Daniel Pacheco, our COO, Mrs. Carla Pacheco, our leaders globally, Esther Padilla, Mr. Luis there, and Mr. Gerardo as well. We also have a very, very solid legal and compliance department headed out by Mr. Scott Warren, which is very awesome. I usually tell my folks when I'm presenting this opportunity, go ahead and Google that gentleman. You can see his very, very awesome track record. And so why I love to talk about this particular slide is because I never want to get involved in a program or a company that doesn't have the right leadership involved. These folks are continuously putting the field and putting everyone else ahead of themselves and doing things to put us in a position to win. We also have our advisory board member, Mr. Kevin Harrington. Some of you may know him as the original shark on the hit TV show, The Shark Tank. Also founder of As Seen on TV, and if you remember the Ginsu knives, he was the inventor of the infomercial. Now, what's so exciting about this gentleman is he's not a traditional networker like you or I. This gentleman is an 8-figure entrepreneur outside of the networking space, and based on the program I'm going to lay out for you this evening, he's been drawn in to sit on a leadership role here with our company. So when you think about the model itself, e-commerce, e-learning, and e-currency, I'm going to share with you where these industries are going, but what I want you to decide on this webinar this evening is if you see an opportunity to build supplemental or secondary income around what you're already doing in one or all three of these industries. So with that being said, let's talk about e-commerce. You see, e-commerce is an extremely disruptive marketplace. Why is that? Because we're seeing more and more companies just shift their focus to online retail every single day. Why is that? Because if I'm a business owner, I don't have to close up business for the day if I'm running online. If I'm a business owner, I have a global reach that I can ship to my customers all around the world. So it just makes business sense to go online, and more people are used to shopping online, so it's absolutely booming. In fact, look at this slide here. In 2006, companies like Best Buy, Macy's, Kohl's, and Sears, major, even some of them 100-year-old companies, were all respectively worth over $20 billion each. But now, look at where they are today. In fact, Sears at $27 billion in value in 2006 today is worth $1.3 billion. But in the exact same time frame, you see that click and order retail giant called Amazon. Nearly 2,000% growth, ladies and gentlemen. This is huge. And one of my first mentors in business said, Mario, you've always got to figure out a way to position yourself in a booming economy where the trends are. And the trends are telling us that by 2020, 14% of all spending will be online to the tune of $4 trillion. So I always like to take a second and say, if you're looking at the webinar this evening, you're considering ways to supplement your full-time income. Maybe you've got a child that's getting ready to go into college. You'd like to retire a spouse. Maybe it's time to start thinking about taking care of mom and dad, and that's going to require more income. I strongly suggest that you really pay attention to e-commerce because it's just about to boom. Now, the second industry we're highly involved in is online education. Right now, a $107 billion industry that no one is talking about. But think about it. You can get degreed, licensed, and certified in just about anything right now from the convenience of your own home on a cell phone or on a laptop, and this is not going anywhere. It's actually going to explode in the next couple of years because of technology. In fact, by 2023, it's expected to be a $240 billion industry. Most importantly, it's going to have a yearly growth of 5% year after year. And so once again, I'm sitting here, Mario, my buddy invited me onto the webinar this evening. He knows I'm coming into a place where I've got to figure out a way to try to go out there and make some supplemental income. E-learning, online education is an absolutely booming industry, and you definitely want to pay attention to this particular industry. But now, when you talk about the products that we offer within the iProNetwork, the thing I want you guys to understand is we actually we offer and sell products to our market, to our friends and family, that stay in line with our mission, with our goals, which is to prepare digital entrepreneurs. You see, we are living in the age of entrepreneurism, whether it's an 18 or 19-year-old student that's making money from their phone to a stay-at-home mom who's now doing things online, selling things, or going out there and building business. Everyone wants to be an entrepreneur, but here's the problem. Not everybody truly understands where to go, what to do, or even has the skill sets to do that. And so here with the iProNetwork, we actually have two types of products. One is an e-commerce training and education suite of products, and we're going to talk about those. And we also have an education and trading product in the cryptocurrency space as well. So let's talk about our products. The first one that we have is the $100 basic package. This is called Retail Arbitrage. Essentially, this package for $100, ladies and gentlemen, teaches you how to go out there and do what we call retail arbitrage. Essentially, find products that people are selling online, and then you take those products and you sell them at another platform online for profit. Imagine doing 5 to 10 of these transactions every single day from your phone, maybe 5 to 10 to 20 to $30 in profit, and you're not having to recruit people. You're not even having to leave your home. You could be doing this from the softball field. You could be doing this from the gym. You could be doing this from the beach, and you're earning profit from your cell phone. Awesome, awesome package. The intermediate package, as you see, it's bundled with the first. As we progress through our e-commerce packages, you're going to see that they all bundle on top of each other, and that's how we're able to deliver tremendous value to our customers. But the $500 intermediate package gets you access to a ton of tools that you're going to use to build your new online business. For instance, the first one I like to talk about is this massive index of a couple 100,000 products that are selling real time in the marketplace. And why is this so important? Because there's really two major hurdles that anyone runs into when they think about starting an e-commerce business. Number one, sourcing products, meaning how do I find products that I can sell that are actually going to move. And the second is how to market that or how to drive traffic. And we're going to get to that in just a second. But this particular package gets you access to an index where you can see over a couple 100,000 products that are really selling in the marketplace, what they're selling for, profit margins, price points, so you could use that intel to start selling products on your new online store. Now, the third pack that we have is a $2,000 package. This one is our most popular pack. As you see, it does offer all three of the ones that we've talked about so far. But from an educational perspective, this one is so cool. And this is why it's our most popular, because what it does is it teaches you first and foremost how to build what's called a Shopify business. You see, Shopify is a step-by-step, essentially a website generator. Many people are saying, Mario, I want to start things online. I've got an entrepreneurial spirit, but I don't know how to code. I'm not a web designer or a web developer. See, Shopify walks you through how to build your own online store. But what this package also does is it teaches you how to run Facebook marketing advertisements to that particular store. So you get the $2,000 accelerated package. It's going to teach you how to build a website on the Shopify platform, but then it also teaches you how to drive traffic over to that particular store. And this one is extremely profitable. Not only that, you actually gain access to a 6-week boot camp that was run by one of the top online entrepreneur or e-commerce coaches in the industry, Mr. Dovinga Silva. This gentleman takes people through a 6-week course on how to really implement all of this training. And we found a ton of people in the first boot camp that by the time they were done had their Shopify stores up and running. So this is a tremendous, tremendous value. Now the $3,000 pack, once again, every pack we see is bundled here, but you also have access to Ecom Pro Academy, which the favorite thing I like to talk about here is it teaches you how to white label and create your own products. You see, I can go to an overseas manufacturer, purchase something that I want to sell, but because it has a label on it, there's going to be a little less product or profit for me. But if I learned how to create my own products and then sold them on the online marketplace, I'm going to have a little bit more profit because I don't have to pay for these big name brands and tags that are on my merchandise. So the $3,000 pack is where I tell people this is for people who are looking to take it to the next level. And the $6,000 pack, our professional package, which is my favorite, this is the Amazon package. You see everything here. In fact, if you were to purchase every single one of these packages, okay, individually outside of the iProNetwork, they actually I think are worth over $8,000 or $9,000 put together. But because of the bundling, the value we're able to provide, this is a $6,000 package. And from an educational perspective, you're going to learn how to build a business on Amazon. And this is the one that I'm actually building, the one that I actually got up and started to run. And I love it because of the FBA side of how Amazon run things. What that means is Amazon is going to shoulder a lot of the weight. It's going to do a lot of things that you would probably have to do on your own if you weren't selling products on Amazon. So it's very, very cool. One of the creators of our educational products, Mr. Neil Twa, told me, if you're talking to somebody who's very successful, maybe they have a full-time career, they run a business, but they really want to supplement into e-commerce, you really want to recommend Amazon, because here's the reason why. I told you there's two things that people have to worry about most when they start a business. Number one, the sourcing of product, right? Finding the correct products that are actually going to sell for the right profits, but then more importantly, getting people to come to your store, right? That traffic side of things. You see here, by going with the professional package, you eliminate the need to learn how to drive traffic because there's millions of people who go to Amazon already. See, Amazon takes care of that traffic for you, so you can just really hone in on figuring out how to source your products, utilizing the other tools that you purchase to find the packages that are actually, or the products that are actually selling. And this is a very, very cool product. In fact, one of our members here in the Southern California marketplace, within his first 4 to 5 months, is averaging anywhere from $30,000 to $60,000 in sales on Amazon, which is very profitable. Now, is everybody going to do that? No, not necessarily. But a lot of you might be sitting here saying, hey, as long as I even have the opportunity or the potential to do something like that, I can get excited about that. So now we're going to transition away from our, as you see all of our 5 packages here, all the price points and the bundles of each one. We're going to transition into our second product, and that's in the cryptocurrency space. You see, so many people are learning about the cryptocurrency markets, and they're finding that there's a couple ways to make money. You know, people buy and they hold, right, their coin. Other people trade it and other people mine. Well, what we've done here is we've created a product that we sell to people that teaches them how to start learning about what it takes to trade cryptocurrencies, but at the same time, they're able to buy a software or a technology that syncs up to their own particular trading account, and it places, there's really 2 functionalities of the e-trader. Number one, on a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week basis, you have the opportunity to allow the auto trading functionality of the e-trader to place qualified buys and sell orders on your behalf. Or now you also have the crypto signal side. Imagine getting notifications sent to you to your computer that tells you which coins to buy at which price and when to sell them for profit. Very, very cool, guys. This is a $5,000 product, but once again, we sell a product that puts our customers in a position to not only learn about the cryptocurrency space, but also utilize this particular technology to possibly put themselves in a position of profit in that space. So when you think about how important it is to be first to market, guys, when we talk about the new economy, obviously we're talking about technology. We're talking about how technology has influenced business, and there's no greater example than I can think about than Airbnb or Uber. You see, Airbnb is an application that connects people who want to travel with people who may have a vacation home, an extra room, a secondary home that they can stay at. And by connecting people, Airbnb in their first 10 years did $50 billion in revenue. That's astronomical. Now, when you think about Uber, it blew the taxi cab industry out of the water by doing $70 billion in their first 7 years in existence. And it's an application that allows people to have a 1099 business option or opportunity by driving around, and then it gives you and I the ability to have freedom and speed when we're traveling, guys. Now think about e-commerce, think about e-learning. We've already identified that these particular industries are going to boom all by themselves, but when we put them under the iProNetwork umbrella, imagine where we'll be within the next 5 years. Huge, huge deal. Now, when we sell our products, you have an opportunity to be compensated through our financial compensation plan. So I'm not going to go too far in the weeds here, guys, but I want to give you a high level, couple different ways we get paid for selling our products and bringing value to the marketplace. First way is what we call our 10% direct sale bonus. Every single time you sell one of our packages, you earn 10% of that particular package, which is cool. So let's say you sit down for lunch with somebody like myself. We're running a very successful Amazon business doing drop shipping, and I share with them what's going on, how the success is working, how much time I'm putting into it, and they say, you know what, Mario, I'd like to do that myself. I'm able to sell the $6,000 professional package. I'd make 10%. That's $600 over a lunch break, just sharing my own personal testimony. That's huge, guys. An awesome opportunity. Now, whenever you personally sponsor somebody to the team, meaning you introduce somebody to the network and they decide that, like you, they want to start building the network, when that particular person goes out and sells one of the $2,000 or above packages, you earn what's called a second level direct sale bonus. That's a $400 bonus anytime somebody you sponsor sells one of our higher tiered packages. Now, the second way we get paid is what we call the binary bonus. We're going to help you to build 2 teams, one on your left and one on your right. Now, as your team goes out there and starts to sell our products, bring value to the market, help people to put themselves in a position of profit, you can earn 10% on the weaker team's sales volume on a weekly basis. The only thing you have to do to be qualified to earn this binary bonus is to do your $50 activation fee and make at least one sale on your right and one sale on your left of $100 each, and now you are qualified to earn the binary bonus through to unlimited depth. Now, the third way we get paid is the matching bonus. So anybody you personally introduce to the iProNetwork falls on your first generation. Okay. Now, Anybody on your first generation, you could potentially match their paycheck every week at 10%. Now, when they introduce somebody to the company, they fall in your second generation. You potentially match their paychecks every week at 10%. Now, when they introduce somebody, it's the third generation, and when they introduce somebody, it's the fourth generation. Notice on your third and your fourth generation, you have an opportunity to check match them at 20%. Now, you've probably seen an opportunity, and it has a matching bonus or a leverage type of income like this. But what you probably haven't seen is the percentages like this. Most companies do 10, 8, 5, 3, because the company knows that on your third and your fourth level, your team is usually way bigger. Not here with the iProNetwork. Here at the iProNetwork, if you're building quality, successful leaders that are going out there, helping customers, helping clients to start successful businesses online, you will be handsomely rewarded with higher percentages. And the only thing you have to do to be qualified to earn your matching bonus is you must have earned at least $100 in binary commissions in the last 4 weeks to be match qualified. Fourth way we get paid is what we call our leadership bonus. And just like any other company, we do have some titles here and positions from bronze all the way to diamond. And all this tells us is that anybody on your team, on your left team or your right team, from the very top all the way to a couple 100,000 people down, anybody that can be personally traced back to you through sponsorship, what they do is they total up all of that sales volume on a monthly basis, and you could potentially earn 1 to 3% on all of that sales volume every single month on the leadership bonus. The only thing that you have to keep in mind is that no more than 40% of your qualifying volume can come from just one team. Now, the other thing to keep in mind, which is pretty cool, is we get paid in what's called a 70-30 split, and that means that 70% of your commissions are going to come back to you in what we call USD, and 30% of your commissions are going to come in the form of Pro currency, which is a cryptocurrency that's out in markets right now with a ton of usability. Very excited about that as well. And then finally, guys, you see all the packages that we offer. Every single one of them gives you a 10% direct sale bonus. And then as you actually go and progress through the compensation plan, you see that you actually have an opportunity to earn more on a maximum weekly bonus. So for instance, if you did the $6,000 package, you're going to earn potentially, or you could earn potentially, up to $35,000 a week just because you're on the professional tier. Now, you also see that the matching bonuses go through level 1 through 4 as you progress through the packages as well. So this is what I like to tell people. See, here with the iProNetwork, there's many ways that you can actually earn supplemental income or multiple streams of income, if you will. You can get started and start to build an e-commerce business, and that's it. See, ladies and gentlemen, I know people personally that are making $10,000, $20,000 a month, a week in e-commerce. And it's funny because they're the people that are always on Facebook with their feet up, with a pina colada in their hand at a pool saying, had a great month of income this morning. You get that? They had a great month of income this morning because of the volume that they're driving through their e-commerce business. They're not having to recruit anybody. They're not doing anything, and they're falling in love with a massive industry. The second thing you could do, right, would be purchase the e-trading software. Okay, learn how to use the auto trade feature or the signals feature and start to participate in that booming industry as well. Or third, based on your testimonials from the products that we have, start to share it with your friends and family and earn commissions through the iProNetwork business models. So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, people are usually in 3 places. Number 1, it's not for me. And if it's not, no harm, no foul. Thank you so much for being on the webinar this evening. Just let the person that got you on the call know that you were on. Maybe they, can go over some questions, and maybe you can, get some questions answered. Maybe I missed something, and otherwise have a great night. Number 2 is, Mario, I really like it, but timing is everything. I'm not much of a networker. I've never been much about building teams, but I definitely want to go out there and start to learn how to build a business from my phone. You said making profits with a pina colada from a beach or a pool. I like that kind of business. Definitely talk to the person who had you on the webinar tonight. They can talk you through the different options that you have, the different educational resources you have to help you to build a successful business in the e-commerce space. Or place number 3, Mario, I love everything you're talking about. I've been waiting for an opportunity like this, guys, and you have no idea what's about to come. Our company is about to launch some incredible products that are going to stay in line with our mission, which is to equip people to start online businesses. And once again, in 2018, the year of the entrepreneur, how cool is it that essentially a couple months from now, a couple weeks from now, you can walk up to anybody and say, I've got something from an educational perspective and a software perspective that's going to be able to help you to build a successful business from home without ever even having to recruit a soul. Now, if you are a builder, like many of us online, you're just licking your chops. So with that being said, place number 3, thank you guys so much. So very excited for you guys for what's to come. And with that being said, have a great night, everybody, and God bless you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.